Hi, my name is Dr. Joanne Peterson, and I'm the Director of First Year Programs here at California State University, San Marcos. And I would like to spend about the next 30 minutes giving you an overview of what academic life is like here at CSUSM. So, to begin, first of all, I would like to welcome you to California State University, San Marcos, and congratulate you on your graduation from high school. You have worked very hard to be where you are right now. And I want all of you to know that the California State University, San Marcos community believes in you and believes in your ability to be successful here. We are ready to welcome you to the world of higher education here at San Marcos. With that in mind, I know you probably have an awful lot of questions about what your first semester at Cal State San Marcos is going to be like, especially with your classes, your relationships with your faculty, relationships with your fellow students in the classes that you're taking. And I'd like you to ponder this question a little bit more deeply. Ask yourself, why are you here? What are your real goals for coming to higher education and for coming to Cal State San Marcos? And how do you anticipate your actions to be aligned with what you want to achieve, your goals? Again, we really believe in each and every one of you, in your ability to be successful. And as you enter Cal State San Marcos as a first-year student, this is where we see you. We see you graduating with the dreams that you have hoped for during your undergraduate years. Okay, so to give an overview of the details of what I'm going to be covering, we will be looking a little bit at academic structure, our different colleges, a little bit about our majors and minors, and the ingredients of a degree. What does it take to get an undergraduate degree at Cal State San Marcos? Academic expectations, how is high school really different from what you can expect in college here at Cal State San Marcos? Inside the classroom, taking a look at what goes on with respect to your professors, their expectations, and then outside the classroom, balancing your life and time management and what a weekly schedule for a first-year college student really looks like. And then a little bit, we'll wrap up with a little bit about our academic support services, where you can find help and support to make your learning experience the best that it possibly can be. Okay, so we are one university, that beautiful university up on the foothills of Cal State San Marcos. And within that university, we have 4 different colleges. So we have our College of Business Administration, our College of Science and Mathematics, our College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral and Social Sciences, and finally our College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Within each college, you're going to find a number of different academic departments that offer a number of different majors and minors. So why is this important? It's important because it is really helpful to understand what college your major resides in, because each of your colleges and academic departments have a culture in and of themselves and an array of faculty and student leaders that are there to also create a sense of community and support as you move through your degree program. So to give you a little bit more of a refresher, perhaps all of you have looked at this already, but if you go to the homepage for CSUSM, you will find that you can see a link to each of our colleges and the different academic areas for which they offer courses, majors, and minors. So this is CHABS, the College of Humanities, Arts, Behavioral, and Social Sciences. It is our largest college, and you can see the range of academic areas that you can engage in that college. We have our College of Science and Mathematics, which we've had some recent very exciting developments. You can see biological sciences, biotech, various chemistry options, computer science, and our mathematics. But most recently, we've brought on engineering, software engineering, and we're developing electrical engineering. This is so exciting for us as a campus community to bring those folks on. And finally, wildlife science and the urban interface is also brand new. Then we have our College of Education, Health, and Human Services, kinesiology, which is a major that a lot of folks like to look towards if they want to go into physical therapy or physical education. Human development can lead you to a wide range of careers. Speech language pathology, you can get a bachelor's in speech language pathology if you're looking perhaps to become a speech language pathologist by ultimately earning a master's degree in that area. This is where we house our nursing program. And also, this is the college where you might expect to find our various teaching credential programs. Yes, at Cal State San Marcos, we do grow a lot of teachers who go out into the community and do wonderful things in the K through 12 world. And finally, our College of Business Administration, which is up at the top of the hill in Markstein Hall, and they do wonderful things there in the area of accounting and global business, finance, management, marketing, lots of options and exciting things going on there with the local business community. And so here you are thinking, what about your academic plan? Perhaps you've checked the box and you've chosen a major, and you feel really good about that, or you've chosen a major and you're thinking, well, I've got a major, but I'm not quite sure I'm comfortable with that. I need to learn a little bit more. Should I pick up a minor? A minor is a smaller number of courses in a specific area of concentration. I'll show you how you can pick that up in a little bit. But then there are going to be those of you that really do feel undecided. I love the idea of going to college. I'm motivated. I want to go to college, but I'm really not sure what I want to major in. I'm here to tell you that it is okay to be undeclared. During that first semester, as a first-year student here at Cal State San Marcos, we have an array of resources for undeclared students to really dig deep into what their options might be so that they can match that major, like we want all students to, with the individual's life passion, skills, and lifelong goals. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients to the degree. Like this slide says, you need 120 units to graduate, minimum, from Cal State San Marcos. That's mandated by law. Any degree program must include a minimum of 120 degree units, or the student must achieve 120 degree units, 120 units in order to achieve that degree. What is a unit? A unit indicates the amount, roughly the amount of college credit given to a course. When we look at this workload-wise, logistically, 1 unit is roughly equivalent to 1 hour of class time. Most of the courses that you will be taking as an undergraduate, not necessarily all, but most will be 3 units. And all of those units that you take to get to 120 have to be a mixture of the following things. GE requirements, by GE I mean general education requirements, requirements that your major is asking you to do. And then also, for most folks, not all, you will need a few more units to get to 120, and that's where students begin to pick up any undergraduate course that carries credit towards the degree, baccalaureate level credit, to get to 120, and that's any course that counts for baccalaureate level credit can be an elective. So any course that you think might be fun to take or interesting to take along the way. And then also students will pick up a minor and go a little bit maybe above 120 units, but it can all be combined, and I'll show you how you do that. But before we do that, let's talk about this question that I think many of you may have. First semester at Cal State San Marcos, first year college student, how many units should I really be taking? Yes, you probably already know that 12 units is considered full times for things like financial aid and insurance, scholarships, these types of things. On the other hand, when we look at taking 120 units and dividing it up between the number of semesters, 2, 4, 6, 8 semesters, what do you get? 12 units in each semester. It's going to take you about 5 years to graduate. On average, if you're taking 15 units per semester, you can expect to graduate in 4 years. So when you're thinking about the number of classes, the total number of units that you want to take in your first semester, keep that in mind, as well as other considerations that are unique to your personal life, your personal situation. Are you going to be working outside of campus? How many hours do you expect to work? What other kinds of family obligations might you have that would limit the amount of time that you can spend on your coursework? And other personal considerations. This is really unique to you as an individual, and I think it's very important for you to have that conversation with yourself and your family members to come to a good, reasonable balance between what your personal life and outside school obligations are going to look like and what you want to commit to. But keep in mind, an average of 15 units is what gets you graduated in 4 years. There's also summer school and winter session that many of our students do in order to keep on track with graduating to a 4-year plan. And your degree planner is going to help you with that information as well. That will help you show how to organize your courses so that you can graduate in the amount of time that you would like. Now, let's get to general education in a little bit more detail. Many students have a lot of questions about general education. Why do I really need to take these courses? These are courses that I just have to do to check the box. But there's actually real purpose behind general education. First, what I'd like to have you keep in mind is that general education and the curriculum that we offer for GE credit is really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to sample a little bit of all of human knowledge. That's a gift in so many ways. And we here divide our general education up into 48 units spread across these 5 different areas: basic skills, oral communication, speech, writing, critical thinking, math, arts and humanities, social sciences, and then there's our lifelong learning and information literacy requirement. The vast majority of you will be enrolled in a class called GEL 101, the student, the university, and the community, that will fulfill Area E. That is where you are going to have the opportunity to take a very, very good look at who you are, where your talents lie, where your strengths are, how that matches up with your real passions for moving forward with an academic plan, a career plan, and a life plan that actually really fits you. So our GEL 101 is a nationally recognized award-winning program that helps you put it all together for that plan to move you forward during your undergraduate years and beyond. So again, think of GE as a chance to sample all of human knowledge, know more about yourself and where you want to go. General education is also society's way of being a little bit selfish, because if you major in one area and you're a specialist in one area, but you know a little bit about all sorts of other areas of human knowledge, your ability to collaborate with others, to grow and develop new things and new knowledge skyrockets. So this is really what moves human knowledge forward. So cherish your years doing GE and take advantage of that opportunity. Now let's take a look at 4 years at a glance, roughly speaking. So your freshman year is your first year of college, your sophomore year, roughly your second year of college. There's the 60-unit mark as you complete your sophomore year. Then your junior year and your senior year gets you up to the 120 minimum. This is just utilizing a 4-year model. Some of you might want to take longer. Okay, so what are we doing here? Lower Division G general education units. At the lower division level, you're taking courses that are numbered 100 and 200 level. So generally speaking, if you are a first-year student, please know you should be enrolled in 100 and 200 courses unless an academic advisor or somebody else tells you otherwise. You should be enrolled in 100 and 200 level courses. For general education lower division, it's roughly 39 units. So as a first-year student, you will be taking some lower division GE. And then during your first 2 years, you'll also be taking some courses that are considered foundational preparation for your academic major. This varies depending upon what you're majoring in. On average, it's about 14 units, and those courses that are considered prep for the major are 100 and 200 level courses, like I said before. Then, when you are looking at your junior year and your sophomore experience, senior experience, there is some additional GE that will get you up to the 40 units that I had mentioned before, and that's 3 courses, 9 units total of upper division GE. And there are a range of courses that count for upper division GE, and you will have plenty of time to shop around for the kinds of choices that you will make. And then finally, this is what students get most excited about. Aha, the core courses in my major. That's what I'm really passionate about doing. Whether you're a computer science major, visual and performing arts, this is the real core of what you want to experience. And each major has a number of different units, but on average about 36, 300 and 400 level courses that get you that experience of highly specializing in that academic area, in that area of human knowledge. You may not get to 120 by this point. So what do? This is where we can spread in elective courses to get to 120. Elective courses can be anything from 100 to 400 level, and choosing a minor. You could choose a minor, and you can carefully spread it out across all 4 years. This is just 4 years at a glance. When you're talking about the specific courses that you take and the sequence in which you take them, that's where your degree planner comes into play. And your degree planner will help you sort the specific courses that you take in these different categories. Okay. So now let's talk about academic expectations, high school versus college. And when you were in high school, attendance was mandatory, and you were considered a minor, so your independence was limited in the sense that other folks were responsible for your daily activities. Your workload, you probably did a lot of your homework very quickly after high school, maybe some of it during the day, but it was pretty predictable in terms of a time management schedule. You got up at the same time of day, your classes met at the same time, and all in the same place, and pretty predictable. Life was predictable. 15 weeks long. When we look at the college semester, we're 15 weeks long. Attendance, yeah, it is really true. Attendance in your college classes, it is your responsibility. It's voluntary. You truly do have independence in the sense that the university considers you to be a legal adult. Your workload, as you probably have heard, will skyrocket. A lot more reading, a lot more projects, a lot more collaborating with other students. Your students in your classes will be different groups of students, and your time management is going to have to be addressed in a different way because you're not going to have the same predictable schedule day to day to day. So we'll talk a little bit about how to tackle that in a little bit. Your college professors are really here. Cal State San Marcos has the best of the best for faculty who really care about you as individuals and want to support your learning. But again, you have to meet us halfway by attending class. Attendance in your college classes is even though it's voluntary, is way more important than attendance in your high school classes. And we have full professors, associate professors, assistant professors, our tenure track faculty members who are also doing scholarship, research with students. You can look forward to all of this as you grow and develop as a student to be able to interact with faculty at the scholarly level outside the classroom, lots of opportunities. And then we have our lecturer faculty. They teach most of our courses, and as a first year and second year student during those first 2 years here, you will be taught primarily by lecturer faculties who are absolutely specialists in the learning process and in supporting students, high engagement activities in the classrooms. Our classrooms our sizes are relatively small, and they are experts in pedagogy, and they have a passion for teaching. So we have the best faculty here. I can't say enough. Your course syllabus is actually the most important document for a number of reasons. You can see here what it does for you, contact information, office hours, emails, course requirements, grading information, absence and test, tentative reading lists, all of this stuff, assignments, and due dates. This is your most important time management tool, spreading out all of your syllabi together, and then making one calendar with all of the relevant information about what's due and important dates and things like that. The syllabus really does empower you and your professor to be prepared. It serves as a contract for what the professor is going to deliver and do, and also what you have contracted to do by signing up for the course. So syllabi are very, very important. Archive them, read them, use them weekly to see where you're at with your weekly schedule and your semester-long time management for your academics. Okay, we believe in you. Professors are here to motivate learning, facilitate learning, provide you with resources. We want you to be active participants. Most of us do not just lecture. We want small group discussion. We want questions. We want engagement in the classroom. Students learn from one another, and that's what we have a passion for seeing in the classroom. Faculty also want to see you outside of the classroom. We love to hear from you via email. Come to office hours just to chat about what happened in class, and faculty can be really good advisors about different career options and what's going on in the field. You have to meet us halfway. The most important thing is believing in your ability to grow and learn. Your learning ability is not fixed. You can always take yourself to the next level. You need to be prepared. You need to actively ask questions. You need to partake of all of the resources that your faculty members tell you about. Expectations, be on time. Come prepared every day. Read. Know your due dates, test dates. Take responsibility for your own learning. What you're seeing on the screen is not me telling you these things. Actually, those bullet points, those summary statements are the result of lots of research where we have asked students, what would you tell an incoming first-year student about their first semester? Pretty simple. 5 basic bullet points. If you keep those in mind and you act on those, you'll be successful. Outside the classroom, this is, I think, out of the thousands of first-year students that I have had the pleasure and privilege of working with, is their biggest concern. Am I going to be able to balance my life, my time, my weekly schedule? It all seems like it's going to be confusing and there aren't enough hours in the day. How am I going to balance this? Okay, here's how you do this. Your class schedule is going to be all over the map, very different than a kind of class schedule that you had in high school. So what you see here in this slide is that the class time, the times that you were in class, are blocked out in red. And you can see you may have 2 back classes going from 9 to 11, 3 days a week. Then you may have a couple of evening classes that go well into the evening, some midday classes sprinkled in there, and then Friday afternoon is completely off, and you've got all this airtime in the middle. You are going to have to be an artist, if you will, in terms of taking that class schedule and filling it in with time that you will use to commit to preparing for your classes. Roughly speaking, for every hour that you're in class, you should try to block out at least 2 hours outside of class for doing group projects with other students, for keeping up with the reading in advance so that you're prepared for class, for reviewing your notes, studying for exams and quizzes, going to the math lab, going to the writing center, all of these things, or going to extracurricular events that your professor may want you to go to. All right, so where can you find help here at CSUSM? Basically all over the place. You ask for it, it's here. We have a writing center, a math lab, a center for students who are majoring in the sciences, our STEM center, science, technology, engineering, and math. Supplemental instruction is assigned for some courses. Faculty advisors. Faculty are some of the best folks to consult when you're going through academic struggles, or if you want to just take yourself to the next level. Our faculty librarians are amazing. Most of your classes are going to require you to do some kind of research. You'll be going to the library and looking stuff up. Check your student handbook for more details on all of these things. Again, you are not required. You are expected to roll these things into your daily schedule, your weekly schedule, so that you can make your academic experience the best that it can be. I like to look at the analogy of being a scholar athlete, in the sense that when you are here, it's about being your academic best. It's about that training that you do day in and day out for you to be your best, and believing in your ability to continue learning and growing. We believe in you. We know all of you can do this, or you wouldn't be here. So I would like to thank you for choosing California State University, San Marcos. Again, I'm Joanne Peterson, the Director of First Year Programs. I oversee our Area E General Education Lifelong Learning course. And from the academic side of the house, we are so excited to see you this summer at orientation and in fall. Thank you.